first response? How you feel?
Man, it ain't nothing like watching a movie in New York. Real hood niggas over here, man. I do this shit for you, man. You know what I'm saying? I like all them box office movies, man, but I've always said that if I ever get to a place in my career where I lose touch with what's going on, you know what I'm saying, on the street level, then what exactly is that? You know what I'm saying? So it's where I'm from, it's where you from. You know what I'm saying? This hood shit is a worldwide language, and if you don't speak it, you don't speak it. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate all the love, man, in a real special way, because even though y'all may have never went through no shit like this specifically, in this movie, we all have been pulled over by the cops. We all know what that life is. We all know what racism is. And we all know what disloyalty is and all that shit. We live it every day. So I love you, man.
Love you too, bro. So we only got a few minutes, right? So we're going to get as much in as we possibly can. First of all, I got to say, it's good to see you clean shaven. Now, second thing, this movie is set in 1992. You're from Watts. Shout out to Watts.
Yes, sir.
This is 2 years before you really popped on the scene. How did it feel for you to have lived through some of this, seen it, witnessed it?
It was more like 4 years.
4? Okay.
Yeah, like maybe even 5. Like, I didn't really crack until 96, 97.
Well, I'm talking about the commercial.
Yeah.
Commercial?
Yeah.
Okay.
96, 97. So I was in Watts in 92. And shout out to my nigga Liotta right here. Put your hand up, y'all. That's my nigga right there. Since I was 8 years old, man. We was in the riots together. We've been through it all, man. That's my nigga from day dot, for real. The crazy thing is we was watching the movie. We didn't know why we lived on this street, but we lived in Watts on a street called Success Avenue. And he said, nigga, this shit gonna do numbers right here, right? So we went to go see Menace in the theaters. We went to go see Boys in the Hood. Whatever any hood movie would come out from the West, we'd always get on the bus together. Me and my nigga Liotta right here. And for us to be in New York right now watching this with y'all, man, it's a big moment. Man. I appreciate that. But in 92, I was living off of a street called Parmalee Avenue, right by Success. And I just remember the smoke, the smell of smoke. I remember military tanks. They deployed the military because this shit was beyond the scope of LAPD or sheriffs. I remember me and the Mexican homies had a hatchback truck. They said, nigga, we about to go hit this swap meet. Radio Shack, some of y'all too young. Radio Shack. Before Food for Less in Cali, we had the boys market, so we was up in there. And, you know, it wasn't on some stealing shit. It was like, nigga, it's free food, it's all kind of TVs, and a lot of swap meets that we shop at. You know, they was just driving the truck straight through the window. And I'm gonna be honest, I was scared. My heart was, cause you know, I ain't no, I'm from the block, but I ain't one of them niggas like that that's really out here. You know, oh nigga, where we at? You know what I'm saying? You got some niggas that really get fired up about doing wrong. So I knew there was some shit going on, and I was out there protesting, and the game was wide open to get whatever we wanted to get. But I was shook, man, because I don't know if any of y'all realize this, but other than Reginald Denny, I don't think anybody ever got prosecuted for any crimes they committed during the riots. There's Koreans on top of stores shooting black people. They got footage of them shooting black people. Where's the trials? Are they still in jail? They on top of their store. They wrote black-owned business on top of the store that we knew wasn't black-owned. And anybody who tried to break into their store, they on top of the store with their shotguns and they shooting, just trying to get people away from stealing all their shit, which is understandable. But nobody got prosecuted, period. They arrested a bunch of niggas, but nobody got prosecuted. And so you ask, why was I scared? It wasn't because I was in the midst of all of that drama and toxic energy and military. If somebody in the military shoot and kill you, they don't get prosecuted either. So it was between that, and all of that, and craziness. And then I think some shit that nobody would ever think about, because y'all been through a lot out here in New York too, but the other thing that was crazy was like running into a bunch of niggas that I know my niggas don't fuck with. Right. It's a bunch of Crips and Bloods, and you know somebody by their face, and yet we all in the same store, in the same spot, because if one spot get hit, ain't nothing left. Right. So then if one spot get hit and they wipe it out, TVs, food, clothes, whatever, you gotta go find a spot that ain't been hit, and so you get further and further away from your block and your hood where you comfortable at, and now you up in Blood Hood, or Crip Hood, or some hoods that you don't get along with, and it just got crazy and crazier. So it was dangerous, man, and so as y'all can imagine, and I want to tell y'all this story. If y'all got a camera, I want y'all to film this. Put the camera out. This ain't no private shit I'm saying right here. Please get this on camera, because I want y'all to know how much y'all matter, and I'm gonna give y'all this context. Because God is the greatest. I want to remind y'all. This is not about box office for me. Hear me when I say, nobody in Hollywood wanted to make this movie. Listen to me. I'm a movie star. I got it. I got 10 billion in box office on my name. When I attach my name to a movie, it happens. They was running around trying to get this movie made for a few years, and no streaming platform and no studio in Hollywood was willing to make this movie. Because that realization that growing up in this black skin is a fucked up reality for some people at studios to accept. So, the movie was made independent. They raised their own money to direct. This is prior to me getting involved. So then they called me and they was like, we shooting a movie about South Central. We know you from South Central, blah, blah, blah. But it didn't mean that the role was gonna be mine. They could have casted it. You know, they be putting niggas from London and LA movies. All kinds of shit going on. You know, we got niggas from London playing Martin Luther King. So no disrespect. No disrespect. I'm a real nigga, right? So it ain't a shot at all. What I'm saying is, when I got the call about me doing this movie, there wasn't no guarantee that they was gonna cast me. So when the opportunity became real, I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I lived this in '92, and God's sense of humor is like, wow, they about to put me in the movie, and so this ain't acting for me, this is reacting. Like, I lived this, I remember this, I smelled the smoke, I remember the ashes all over the cars and the grass. My whole street was full of ashes. I remember everything, I could smell it. Like, people in New York was here for September 11th. That was our September 11th. It was real, right? Like, people in Minneapolis with George Floyd, if you just moved there, it's a feeling over the city. People that live in Memphis, there is that Dr. King assassination energy that's still there. Doesn't matter how long ago it was. So the movie is fully made. They still couldn't get nobody to green light the movie. Making their round, they showing this exact movie, and no studio or streaming service said yes to it. So then, what y'all don't know about politics, you can go get a whole movie made And if it ends up in what's called the graveyard, aka a film festival, they're trying to get studios to look at your movies and say, oh shit, nobody wants it, we'll buy it. So 1992 was purchased at a film festival. And so the director called me. He's Israeli from Israel. He said, Tyrese, oh my God, brother. And I'm like, what's going on? He's excited. His name is Ariel Broman, fucking genius. He goes, Tyrese, brother, the movie, we got the movie, my assistant got the movie confirmed in TIFF. And I'm like, TIFF? He's like, Toronto International Film Festival is fucking huge. It's like Sundance. And I'm like, oh wow. So it's not just at a film festival, it's in TIFF. So then 3 days later, he called me back and goes, Tyrese, I'm fucking pissed. I said, what? TIFF is the Toronto Independent Film Festival, which ain't got nothing to do with the Toronto International Film Festival. So we got downgraded again. There was like 7 niggas in the audience to watch out. Anyway, so Toronto Independent Film, it was TIFF, but it wasn't TIFF. TIFF was hacked. Okay? So we invited everybody that was supposed to go to the International Film Festival to the Independent Film Festival. Fast forward, Lionsgate, who ended up doing the movie. Give them a round of applause, y'all. Lionsgate said yes. So let me wrap this story up, because everything, what I want y'all to know about me, I got it. Everybody out here trying to win the popularity contest, promote your movie, promote your album. I'm really trying to give y'all some intel to inspire you that when God's got his hands on something, don't worry about the way it looks. You stay prayed up and you stay good. You don't let no bitterness and resentment fill your heart. Don't start allowing yourself to believe that it's over because it looks like it's over. So the president, full circle, that's why you always treat everybody with love. The president of Lionsgate, who just got his job, his name is Adam Fogelson. Hear me out. They said, hey Reese, your movie was purchased at a film festival and it's supposed to go straight to DVD. Straight to streaming platform. That the independent division of Lionsgate bought your movie and it's gonna go straight to streaming, DVD. Ain't no money behind it, no premieres, no posters, no marketing, you know. It's straight, you know, with all due respect, it's a good thing. I said, no, the fuck it's not. I said, because if the success of this movie is incredible, then that falls on my shoulder. If this shit bombs, that's also on my shoulder. That's why I like being number 4 on the call sheet. I be like, hey man, y'all fuck that movie up. When you number one on the call sheet, when your face is the biggest image on the poster, then the failure connected to the nigga on the poster and the success goes to the nigga on the poster. Y'all follow me? Yeah. So Adam Fogelson, who I did 5 Fast and the Furious movies with, he used to be at Universal. He got fired years ago. That was my brother. I was there for him through it all. Then he went to work for another company, and then he ended up becoming the president of Lionsgate. The movie was supposed to come out in May. I called my guy of like 15 years. I said, Adam, I love you. There is no fucking way this movie is coming out in May. And if it does, you ain't gonna see me. Ray Liotta left us with his last piece of art. That's like doing a movie with Paul Walker and they trying to go straight to DVD with it in the middle of the film. Like, I'm not doing that, bro. And I said, irregardless of who and how y'all acquired this movie, if y'all were to just really do some more research and intel on this thing, I think we'll be in New York one day getting a crowd response like this. You just gotta give it a fucking shot. So he said, look, man, he said, I love you, Tyrese. There is 0 money associated to this film. Contractually, we don't have to spend not even 15 cents with a fucking Chick-fil-A sandwich. And I love you, but we have no obligations to this film because of how we acquired this movie. This man has went from straight to DVD to pushing it. We had almost 2,000 theaters. We go from no premiere to 5 premieres. I've been in New York for the last 3 days. We've been on every A, B, and C list, press and media outlet and junket ever. And the trailer came out and did over 100 million views all over social media. So it was okay to be the little engine that could. Because when God got his hands on it, I had to tell y'all that story because I don't want y'all looking at the wins and not understand how we got to the wins. So thank y'all for listening and thank y'all for y'all love and energy.
Oh, it's not. Oh, we not on time. All right, we good.
Turn some of these lights up, man. I want to see some faces.
So we got some time to work with.
Yeah.
I got 2 pages here.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Sorry, I just wanted to humanize this shit.
Thank you. No, I appreciate that. Seriously. So first of all, Ray, this is his final work, his final offering. Talk about working with him. I mean, he was incredible on the screen. He stressed me out. Talk about working with such a legend. And the intensity. I mean,
you know, the thing is, he was not that friendly on set. And he wasn't that friendly because he was in character. You know, there's a version of acting called method acting. And if you don't get along with somebody in the movie, you're gonna be decent, but you ain't gonna be chummy on set. You know the Lakers, man. Go next, you know. So whenever I would walk up to him on set, you know, I left him alone. We'd be like, "What's up, Ray?" Yeah, how you doing? I was like, "Oh shit, okay." And he ain't happy to see me. But it showed up in the movie. You know, his energy was like this, even towards Scott Eastwood, his son, and just everybody. And man, maybe there was something in his mind that was ticking that said, "I know this is my last one. So let me just do the best I can." And I think my heart is full because of what he did. Just thinking like, man, he just helped put my hood on the map. You know what I'm saying? He helped put our story in the situation that we lived and experienced on the map. Have you ever seen a South Central LA movie with this much diversity? Ever. If you see white people in movies in South Central, it's always cops fucking us up. Colors, Menace to Society, Baby Boy, Set It Off, Straight Outta Compton, even Snowfall. You've never seen this many white people in a South Central LA movie, and I couldn't be more proud because this is exactly what I represent. This is the South Central LA Fast and the Furious, right?
Snoop Dogg's an EP on this movie.
Yes, sir.
You know, again, the movie's extremely authentic, but this is, you know, Death Row Films expanding the brand. Can you speak to that a little bit, like to his involvement or what his brand to the movie brings?
Well, I pretty much called him and I said, I don't really see the concept on any level without releasing this, without you being involved. You know, first, it's the first movie that Rodney and Jody did together, you know what I'm saying? Since Baby Boy.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's 20-some years ago. Rest in peace to the big homie John Singleton.